cash flow. It's so interesting to think about the language we use around money, cash flow and currency, right? This idea that money's natural state is in motion. This is an idea that I explore in my new book, Your Money, Reimagining Wealth through 101 Simple Sketches. This is essay and sketch number 34. And the idea is that the story is, I've always strongly disliked budgeting. It always felt like punishment to me. It felt like demerits. It felt like shame. It felt like blame. And it also felt, tracking how much I spent on gasoline down to the nearest cent also felt a little bit useless. I didn't really understand it. And it felt negative. That all changed when I started to think about the idea of money as energy and that its natural state is flow. That's why we use terms like, that's why we call it currency, right? And we use the idea of cash flow. And so when I started thinking about how money moves, money moving into my life, money moving out of my life, I started realizing that like all of my financial goals are built on the idea of cash flow, right? Money moving into my life and money moving out of my life. My financial goals are most likely to be realized. They're going to be things I spend on. It's money in motion, right? This all feels exciting and energizing to me. That's why I wrote this essay called Cash Flow Love, right? The idea that like now I love paying attention to money flowing in and out of my life. Now, you may not think that's official by the book definitions budgeting, but I do, right? Like I love the idea of thinking about it that way. And so if that's something that's interesting to you in thinking about that, I think you would love the book. And we've put together for my friends, we've put together an excerpt of 7 of my favorites. So if you just email to hello@behaviorgap.com, hello@behaviorgap.com, and include in the subject line, friend of Carl. If you just include in the subject line, friend of Carl, we will send you that excerpt. I think you're going to love it because I think if we can start changing our relationship with money, even changing our relationship with the word budget. There's another essay in here where budget equals awareness. And who doesn't want that? It says budget equals awareness. And who doesn't want that, more of that? If we can start thinking about budgeting as awareness, we can start thinking about this. I talked about this in one of the other recent ones. Like, if we can start thinking about money as something we're curious about, cash flow as something we get energy from, both when it's coming in or going out, money's natural state is in flow. It's meant to be used, right? And maybe stored up for a future use, but it's meant to be used, right? If we can do that, we might have a chance at changing our relationship with money. And it's these kind of conversations I want to have more of, and I want to have them with you. So send me that email. And then we've actually got something I'll just tease out here, something super exciting coming in September at behaviorgap.com, where we're building a book that you're going to be able to talk to. Super jazzed about it. Cheers, my friends. Bye.